After a failed rebellion, Kang Noel pretends to join the organ traffickers in order to sneak into their secret operating room. To do this, she non-fatally shoots Gyeong-sok, player 246, just enough to get him taken inside. Meanwhile, Song Gi-hoon is sent back to the dorm. There, he learns that almost all the rebels were executed, except for Cho Hyun-ju and Kang Dae-ho. The players vote once more on whether to stop the games. But because most of the anti-game players were killed, the remaining group now has the upper hand, and the games continue. Gi-hoon is devastated and blames himself. But then he discovers that Dae-ho was the one who chickened out during the rebellion and failed to deliver the ammo. Because of this, Gi-hoon shifts the blame to Dae-ho instead. The next day, the players are thrown into a deadly version of hide-and-seek. They're split into red and blue teams.
The blue team must hide and given a key each to unlock the exit. The red team are taggers, with knives, and must catch and kill the blues. Each red player only needs to kill one person to pass, but they can do more if they want.
Before the game starts, Gi-hoon and Dae-ho argue, blaming each other. Meanwhile, some players switch roles. Gumja trades with her son Young-sik, and Myung-gi swaps with Jun-hee, promising to protect her and their unborn baby. Back in the secret room, Noel kills the traffickers and rescues Gyeong-sok. As the game begins, Hyun-ju teams up with Gumja and Jun-hee to hide. Myung-gi and Nam-gu also form a team and quickly meet their kill quota. However, they keep killing to increase their prize money. People begin showing their true selves. For example, the magician woman and the greedy old man do whatever it takes to survive, even pushing others to their deaths. Because the exit doors require 3 key shapes, triangle, circle, and square, Hyunju's team realizes they need to team up to collect all of them. Together, they manage to do it. While escaping, Jun-hee injures her ankle and suddenly goes into labor. Hyunju protects her and fights off attackers, while Gumja helps her deliver a healthy baby girl. After that, Hyunju finds the escape door and returns to get Jun-hee and Gumja. But right after, Myung-gi stabs her. Feeling guilty, he walks away. Meanwhile, Gi-hoon, now a tagger, hunts down Dae-ho. Dae-ho admits he lied about his military past and ran away when things got dangerous. Gi-hoon is furious and strangles him to death. At the same time, Gumja and Jun-hee attempt to escape with the baby, but Young-sik shows up. Because he failed to catch anyone else, he targets Jun-hee, a new mother. Gumja tries to talk him down but fails. As a result, she has no choice but to stab him to protect Jun-hee and the baby. Gi-hoon, overwhelmed by guilt, tries to end his own life, but the guards intervene and stop him. Soon after, the VIPs arrive and pose as soldiers. For fun, they shoot the losers of the game as entertainment. Gumja begs the players to vote to end the games. However, no one listens. That night, she begs Gi-hoon to protect the baby, then she ends her life. Meanwhile, police officer Jun-ho keeps digging. He plans a mission with Woo-sok, Gi-hoon's former henchman, and some mercenaries to locate the island using Captain Park's boat. However, Woo-sok finds Park suspicious and decides to stay on the mainland to investigate. He promises Jun-ho he'll keep him updated. That night, Woo-sok sneaks into Park's house and finds a stash of buried cash, a pink guard uniform, and a mask. But just then, Park's dog attacks. Woo-sok manages to kill it, but the police arrive and arrest him. They don't believe his story and call Park to report the break-in. Woo-sok only has time to scream to Jun-ho, "He's the bad guy," before the cops take his phone. Back at the game, Gi-hoon mourns Gumja and promises to protect Jun-hee and the baby. The next challenge is a massive jump rope across a bridge. The day before, Min-soo had secretly picked up Nam-gu's drug box. Now, nobody moves until Min-soo throws the box into the middle of the bridge to bait Nam-gu. When he goes to retrieve it, it turns out to be empty. Because he gets distracted for a second, he dies instantly. To raise the stakes, the VIPs now declare the baby is officially a player. Gi-hoon jumps with the baby and makes it across. He wants to go back for Jun-hee, but things escalate. Other players begin crossing as time runs out. One player already across starts pushing others off to win more money. Gi-hoon confronts him, but the guy attacks and tries to push him. He's forced to kill him in self-defense. Meanwhile, Myung-gi finds Jun-hee and tries to act helpful. However, she calls him out for killing Hyun-ju and tells him he's too weak to help anyone. As the timer runs out, Jun-hee gives her baby to Gi-hoon and jumps off the bridge. Because of this, the VIPs say the baby must now play in place of her mother. This changes the prize split, 9 players instead of 8. Some players, furious, try to harm the baby. The guards step in and establish a new rule: no harming others outside of the games. Still, a few players plot to kill Gi-hoon and the baby during the next round. Myung-gi pretends to help them. Before the final game, Gi-hoon is called to meet the game master and is stunned to discover it's In-ho, who had posed as his ally last season. In-ho offers him a secret deal: kill everyone left and take the win. Meanwhile, on the boat, Park kills most of the crew after being exposed. Thanks to Woo-sok's warning, Jun-ho is prepared and captures Park, who confesses before dying. The masked officer finds Noel and threatens to hurt Gyeong-sok and his daughter unless she returns. She agrees, but helps Gyeong-sok escape with the canoe. Gi-hoon thinks hard about In-ho's offer, but remembering Se-baek's death, he refuses to become a killer. The next day, the final game begins. Players must knock each other off 3 platforms to win. The remaining bad players, including Myung-gi, target Gi-hoon, the baby, and Min-soo. Because they're afraid of Min-soo's strength and don't trust each other, they try to push him off without direct fighting. Myung-gi grabs a stake and shoves Min-soo off the platform. Meanwhile, Noel breaks into the control room, deletes Gyeong-sok's records, and kills the officer in charge. Off the island, Jun-ho realizes the island is the location Park warned him not to go. He arrives, rescues Gyeong-sok, and eliminates the guards sent to catch him. Back in the arena, the other players try to separate Gi-hoon and the baby to kill them one by one. Gi-hoon refuses to back down. Shockingly, Myung-gi sides with Gi-hoon. Together, they fight back, knocking the others off the platforms. Eventually, only Gi-hoon and Myung-gi remain.
Myung-gi wants Gi-hoon dies first, and he will keep the baby to sacrifice in the last round. Gi-hoon tricks him.
They fight, and Myung-gi falls to his death. But the round hadn't officially started. Someone still needs to die. Gi-hoon decides to sacrifice himself. He says, "We were human beings, not animals," and jumps. Everyone is stunned. In-ho steps in and saves the baby. Realizing the game is exposed, In-ho evacuates with the baby just as the island self-destructs. The VIPs, Noel and Jun-ho, also escape. 6 months later, Gyeong-sok reunites with his daughter and unknowingly meets Noel again. Noel prepares to travel to China to find her own daughter. Se-baek's brother Chol reunites with his biological mom. Woo-sok gets released from prison and plans to renovate Gi-hoon's fortified hotel. In-ho leaves Jun-hee's baby and the prize money with Jun-ho. He also travels to Los Angeles to meet Gi-hoon's daughter. There, he gives her Gi-hoon's player uniform and tells her about his father's sacrifice. In the final scene, In-ho watches a recruiter in an American alley playing the same street game from the start, proving the nightmare is far from over.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more videos like this.